Morning everyone, this is Stuttering Dave. Just want to tell a little bit about myself. I am a stutterer. Been stuttering all my life. I'm 48 years old right now, so it's been a long time. It's been a living hell going through stuttering through all this time. I have good days and bad days, but I am from West Virginia, one of the most beautiful states here in America. I know it gets a bad rap from everything, from all the hill people that lives there, and all the refrigerators and washers and dryers out on the front porch. But you know what? If you look around, they're everywhere. You know, I live here in Charleston, South Carolina right now, and you know, as I go down through Hollywood, Ravenel, Edisto, you can see refrigerators, cars up on blocks in the front yard. I mean, you just see everything. It reminds me so much of West Virginia. Almost feel like home. But today, I figure, you know, my dad taught me a lot about how to engine new things whenever you don't have the resources. And how he's taught me a lot, and he's always called it West Virginia engineering. I've heard a lot of people use different phrases, but it's good. It's taught me a lot. I fixed a lot of stuff from it. I am by no means an engineer. Sometimes I have problems counting what's 5 plus 3 is. So, but I also have a hard time spelling my name at times. But I figured I would just come here, and my first project would be my daughter's car. She wrecked it a while back. She reared in somebody, and I pulled out the front radiator support, the bumper. See the bumper, the grill. I mean, she smashed the radiator all the way into the engine. We pulled everything out so she could drive it. We put in a couple aftermarket cheap headlights to get her by for right now. The bumper, I'll show you here in a minute, but we have all the parts other than the hood, and we will have to find one of those, hopefully at the junkyard. They're a little bit expensive. So I figured this would be my first engineering. I'm not a welder. I know I'm gonna have to drill out the spot welds of the radiator support and weld them back in, but I'm here to tell you I got a little wire welder, and I'm not that good at it, but you know, it'll be very interesting how this project turns out. But here's what her car looks like right now at this time. It's pretty well toast. Yeah, we also have to get a fender for it too. We have the bumper, radiator support, a couple of brackets, and so forth. But I figured that this would be a good starting project. She just had a foot surgery, so she's out of commission for a couple weeks. So it will give me time, hopefully, to do everything. So in a while, after I get hood open and my tools out, we'll continue filming. So I got the hood open, and as you can see, the thing, it's all crimpled. It's crumpled. We had when we put the headlight, I couldn't use the original spot, so I had to put one to it so it wouldn't be facing the ground. But this whole radiator support's going to come out up here. Crimpled on both sides, so I'm going to be drilling out these spot welds and pulling it out. So the car really should have been totaled. I mean, it was total loss. It's a 2006 Mustang, base model convertible, so it's not worth much money, and she's done well over the value for this car. So but she wants to keep it, so we're going to try to fix it for her. Okay, so I got the bumper off, so you can see a little bit more damage to it. It's all through there. I had a block of wood holding in the headlight to try to get it aimed halfway decent, but it's broke the halo or the projector part of it. There's something jamming it, and then the adjuster broke, so I had to use a block of wood. But there's the damage. Just, you know, you have the braces there, but the main subframe is or for that, the main unibody is not crimpled, so that's good. So that's one reason why I'm just doing this. If this was crimpled, I would not do this. This car would be in the junkyard right now because it wouldn't be safe. But just for the radiator support, it's really no big deal. As structural wise, I got the fenders loose. Hopefully they're enough where I can get my drill in there. I do have a right angle air drill, so I should be able to drill out the welds without removing the fenders completely. One little trick I wanted to show, half of you guys already know this, but if you don't have a pair of door panel pullers, to get these clips right here out without breaking the tape, if you'll take a pair of dikes and just get up underneath there. These are an old pair that it was my father's, and they're wore out, but I can't find my good pair of dikes. I guess my wife or kids has them somewhere, but you can just take these out, and I mean, it doesn't tear up. But though, if you got a small pair of door panel pullers, they work really good as well. But mine are broken. I use them as a pry bar, and broke them. I just haven't replaced them yet. Okay guys, I believe I got everything off that I need to, besides the support. I got out the new support to see exactly where it is. I know this is going to be a little bit of an issue here down here, but this one here is ripped. The part on the bumper is ripped, so I just may have to weld in a little brace right there. May just have to West Virginia engineer something for that little bracket support right there, but shouldn't be no problem. Okay, so now I'm ready to drill out some spot welds. I believe I got the right size bit. I got a 5/16 bit, so, and it seems about right. So we're gonna drill them out. Gonna be a lot of drilling, but it should be fairly easy because I made my daughter buy me a new set of drill bits, so I wouldn't struggle, and then I wouldn't waste my drill bits. I know some people says I'm mean about that, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so now I got all the welds drilled out, I believe. Now I'm just gonna have to separate them. I think I got all of them, so I'm gonna take a little screwdriver or something flat and skinny and drive in there to separate them. I think after that everything should be quite done. I know I'm out here in the sun working inside my garage, so it's kind of hard to see when the sun's pointing, so I try to focus on this side. The other side pretty well loose. This side here I'm just separating the spot weld, so just get my little screwdriver and then just put it in between the panels and smack it with a hammer and they just break right loose. Pretty simple. Okay, I got the radiator support out. Got it all right here. Ground. I don't know if you can kind of see, that sun is just a glaring. So didn't do much damage. I drilled out a couple of holes that I shouldn't have drilled, but I just tacked them right back. Shouldn't be no problem. I gotta straighten out this bracket a little bit, and let's see, the condenser, believe it or not, the condenser was not, it trussed the radiator. I mean, it was the radiator fan, everything, coolant reservoir, power steering reservoir, everything got jammed into the engine. But the condenser is not leaking, and the air conditioning is still cooling, and the automatic transmission cooler is still fine. So that was kind of amazing on that part. But I just got to straighten out a couple of things. This right here was bent. This little end piece right here is bent. Let's see, get a better shot of it. Just need to straighten that out a little bit. But that's it. We need to straighten this out. Kind of didn't drill this one properly. And this one here, I got an idea for it. I'm going to use an L bracket. When I did my bathroom, I, putting boards, and I had to splice a bunch of boards together, and a lot of the stuff was rotted out. So I got a couple of L brackets for the house. They're galvanized, I think, or they're some type of cheap metal. I'm not sure, but I think I may use one or two of them and see how they are. But I think I'll just bolt them in instead of weld them. Okay, so as you can see, I have the upper radiator support removed. I just got to straighten out a couple of things on it, and then I'm going to put in the other radiator support. But I think I'm going to call this quits for today, or at least for right now. I'm just a hillbilly from West Virginia that's living down here in James Island in Charleston, South Carolina, and just enjoying life in this paradise right here, 5 miles away from the beach. I go there constantly. I ride my bicycle there all the time. It's just a beautiful place down here. But this right here is going to be the end of part 1 video, and then my next one will be installing the upper radiator support, making brackets, trying to straighten out a couple of things. And my daughter, she doesn't want to replace the fender. She would like to try to repair it, and like I said, I'm not no body man. I have painted her first Mustang. We did a bunch of work to it. We painted the whole car, it turned out pretty good. You know, there was some flaws, but you know, for doing something in your backyard, underneath the shade tree, it turned out pretty good. So just hang in there. There will be a lot more tricks of the trade coming up, or a lot more West Virginia engineering coming up.